Hey everyone, in this video we're going to review the W-King D9-1. This is the updated or upgraded model of the original D9, the D9-1, this one. And if you guys are into outdoor party or Bluetooth speakers or rugged Bluetooth speakers, if you're considering on getting a Bluetooth speaker, or if you guys are interested in this particular speaker and want to know more about it, then this is the video for you. Since I've already had this speaker for probably 2 months now, or maybe even longer, I've already done some sound demos in my unboxing and also in some of the comparisons, so I'll put those links in the description down below if you guys are interested more into finding out how this speaker sounds. Depending on my editing, if I give you guys all the information without this video getting too long, I might add some more sound tests in this video. That's what this whole review video is going to be about, this long-term video. How it's been like using this on a day-to-day basis, the battery life, charging the W-King D9-1, how it works for phone calls, the connectivity using the 3.5 millimeter connection and things like that. And we're going to talk about W-King, the company behind this D9-1. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. So I'm going to go over what I didn't talk about in the unboxing and also in some of the comparisons to give you guys more information on this W-King D9-1. First things first, I'm not going to beat around the bush and wait until the end of the video for you guys to tell you if I can recommend this speaker or not. I can recommend this speaker. It's a good speaker. It's a good value. It's a great sounding speaker for the price range that it's at. Actually, it's a good sounding speaker for any price range when you're considering that this is not going to sound as good as, say, your hi-fi speakers like audiophile speakers. I mean, come on, man. This speaker is under $100, so you're not going to expect like audiophile quality, high resolution audio with most speakers under $100, or most outdoor rugged party speakers for under $100, or even more than $100. The thing that I'm looking for in speakers under $100 or even more expensive than $100 in an outdoor speaker, basically, or party speaker, is that number one, can it get loud enough? And at louder volumes, does it sound good? And this does. And then the other thing is, does it have enough bass for an outdoor speaker? Because most people, your average person that's not an audiophile, is going to want plenty of bass on their outdoor speakers, and this thing has that. But does it have enough like clarity where when you're putting the speaker in higher volumes, the sound doesn't get distorted? It doesn't sound, all staticky, or there's no interference in the Bluetooth connectivity and things like that. And from the time that I've had this, since, I can't even remember, let's say just 2 months or more ago, the connectivity has been good. It's been strong. At louder volumes, it rarely ever sounds distorted. So it sounds pretty clear, like it has plenty of bass, but you can still make out mids and highs, trebles and mids and stuff like that. And yeah, it gets loud enough. It has a rated 60 watt RMS, that's usable sound, and 80 watts peak sound for a small speaker like this. That's way louder than some of the earlier speakers that I've had from like Sony or Klipsch, for my last two high-end speakers, or portable Bluetooth speakers. And in that 2 or 3 month time of owning this W-King D9-1, yeah, I can heartily recommend it for its value, for its sound quality, and for the build. And I am quickly becoming a fan of this company, W-King. And also, I've been a longtime fan of Soundcore now, but Soundcore, Tribit, and W-King are some really great companies that more people should be aware of. And that's what I'm hoping to do when I'm making these videos, is to make more people aware of these other brands that are not your big brands like Sony or JBL and others like that are more household or more common name. And a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to buy an unknown brand because I don't know how the build is and how the quality is and everything. W-King has a very good build quality, and that's what's my main thing of becoming a fan of this company is how their speakers are built. They're built pretty rugged, pretty durable, at least their outdoor speaker, compared to some of my other speakers that I've had, like my Klipsch and my Sonys, that were more expensive than this. They're pretty comparable, if not even better. And compared to those big companies like Sony, JBL, Klipsch, W King, in every video I've seen with any of the reviewers that have either reviewed this W King or another W King speaker, they've mentioned and they've showed the product card for the warranty, which is 48 months, which is 4 years. So they have a longer than average warranty than most of your big brands, right? Your those big name companies. So the company W King stands behind their products. In this case, the actual company behind W King and the more about W King is what we're going to talk about. So let's do that right now. So W King, or should I say Shenzhen Weiking Technology Company, as it's more properly known in China, was established in 2004. And they make portable speakers, home speakers, headphones, and they make a lot of like different portable speakers and headphones. Even more so if you go to their other website, weiking.com, instead of W King. I mean, from their portable speaker line, they have waterproof speakers, party speakers, mini speakers, and then they have their home speaker line. They also do headphones, and some of their headphones kind of look like some of the Sony headphones, which I'm probably guessing, and this is just my guess, an educated guess from just reading up on technology and things like that. Weiking, or Shenzhen Weiking Technology, probably is an OEM maker for other speaker companies. So they've been around 18 years in the consumer industry, in the speaker industry, headphone industry. And so if you guys are interested, I'm going to give you guys links on their website. See their company profile. They have a 1,000 square foot factory. They have over 600 professional staff, and they export to more than 100 plus companies. They have a strong R&D, as I've said. Because of that R&D, they do have all these quality assurances, you know, from all the different testers, like right here, CCC design patents, IPX4, the IPX, you know, ROHS, and all these things, right? FCC, CE, or ISO 9001, and things of that nature. I'll send you guys links to some of those down below if you guys are interested. And as I've already mentioned before, they have some of the longest warranties in the industry as far as for speakers or headphones, and better than even the big name brands that I've mentioned before. If you've ever watched any W King speaker reviews, let's say from Brandon's channel, Brandon No D, and Old Man Tech Reviews, they also say how their warranties are 48 months, which is 4 years. Better than some of the big name companies like your Sonys, your JBLs, your Harman Kardons, and others. And on W King, or should we say Weiking Technology Company's website, they have a little timeline in the About Us section when they were established in 2004 to they moved to a larger location in 2009. These are their timeline highlights. 2010, they established the W King brand. 2011, certified ISO 9001. In 2013, believe it or not, they became a supplier for Walmart, Kmart, and Sears. So that's probably when they made their United States debut, right? And then in 2016, they became a supplier for iHome, they were Amazon #1 bestseller, and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting when you go through their timeline and find out more about this company. If you go to their website, you could even like watch videos. They even have like a factory like tour of their facilities and things like that. So I encourage you guys, if you guys are interested more, or you want to know more about the products that you get, go to the company's websites, in this case W King, and then make the purchasing decision based off of that also. Because I don't know about you, but for me, I want to get the most out of what I buy, because I'm not made of money. I'm not a millionaire and things like that. So I like to make smart purchasing decisions, and one of the ways you can do that is by watching reviews, and also, you know, like here on YouTube, and also on your own. Like, does this company have a website? How long have they been in business? What is their warranties? What do they have a contact number that you can reach them any way to get a hold of the company, especially if they're not a US based company. And W King has all that. They have emails, telephone number, and actually for W King they have one specifically for Amazon itself. If you want to find out more about them, they have an Amazon number, so you can speak with the representative or someone from Amazon that's actually a representative for W King. So that is W King, or more properly, Shenzhen Weiking Technology Company. Okay, let's talk more about the speaker in detail. First off, specs and features. If you guys have missed it in my unboxing and in some of the comparisons, again, 60 watts RMS. RMS means usable wattage. The wattage that, like this, let's say in car terms again, that's your normal or like highway driving speed, right? Without burning your engine by trying to drive it too fast. The same thing here, 60 watt RMS, 80 watt peak is, 80 watts is the peak power output, but 60 watts is probably where you should keep it in. And in the 60 watt range, you would probably be at like, say, 75, 80%, 90% or so, not at full volume, 100% at all times. It's this one is IPX6, so it means it can take sprays of water, splashes. Please don't submerge it or drop it into the pool or in the beach, because it's not IPX7 as far as water resistance goes. And this speaker also has like two, I believe, 4-inch mid-range drivers and two 1-inch tweeters right here. In Alan Ross's videos on these speakers, they say W King uses the same drivers as JBL does, or maybe JBL uses W King's drivers, because like I said, Weiking Technologies is probably an OEM maker, right? And then here in the back you got one big like 7 or 8-inch passive radiator right here for the air and the bass to go through. So those are your specs and features. As far as the build goes, like I said, W King has really good build overall on all their speakers, and they have a long warranty, so they better have a good build, right? And let's take a walk through, starting with the bottom. As you can see right here, more specs, but you have these rubber feet right here to keep the speaker from moving around in a solid table, or like if you put it on a glass or wooden table, it's not going to move around or cause vibrations on a glass table. Hopefully not. And the grill pattern right here is a very interesting design. Other than the W King name right here, if you guys see my unboxing, these patterns right here remind me of the Mercedes electronic car, the Mercedes electronic vehicle, or some of the Mercedes car. If you look at their grills, it has that same design as Mercedes cars do on their grills. Up top is your number one, the handle, and then your buttons for power, volume down, play, volume up, and then your equalizer button, I believe, is right here to put it in extra bass or extra treble mode. And you have an NFC tag right here, or NFC right here in near the corner. And the big negative with this thing here being near the corner, and you have the handle here, the handle can get in the way when you're trying to use a big smartphone, like say this thing right here, and to try to pair it NFC. It's not the most ergonomically designed way of trying to do NFC, put it that way. So having a handle is good, being portable speaker, but they could have made them like this, where you can detach them and stuff like that, and not like on the W King X10. So here in the back, like I said, is the passive radiator, and then you have the rubber gasket or seal right here to hide your USB-C for charging. You get a micro SD card slot, a 3.5 connector for MP3 players or things like that don't use Bluetooth, and then a USB-A port for charging other devices. So it has a pretty well-rounded set of ports to get your music in a variety of different ways. And looks like they, like I said, are subjective, but I like the look of this speaker. Although I do wish it came in more colors than just the plain black. And I think black and green. On their Weiking or their Chinese website, they have a red handle with a gray grill and then black everywhere else. It's a pretty nice looking speaker. If you're into that, you know, if you want to stand out than just a plain black. Okay, let's talk about battery life. Battery life for this speaker has been pretty good. Now, with battery life, it's also going to depend on how loud you're listening to the speaker. Is going to depend on how long the battery life is going to be. So whenever I get a new speaker like this, I'll use it for like a few days as my main speaker for a bunch of different things. For listening to music and also watching YouTube videos and watching movies like on Netflix and things like that. And this speaker has lasted me pretty much like 3 days with mixed volume, or almost a full 3 days with mixed volume. So when I'm listening to music, I'll turn it up to as loud as, say, 70, 80% volume for just, you know, a couple hours or so, maybe less. And then when watching movies, or later on at night when watching movies and things like that, or watching videos, I would have it at like 50% or less volume. And yeah, with those, you know, mixed usages and stuff like that, it lasted me pretty much almost a full 3 days. And that's from using the speaker at least over 8 or more hours a day in mixed volume. Charging the speaker, like I actually did let it go up to almost 0%. When you have LEDs on here, up here somewhere, let's turn it on, yeah, right here. And you can see the LEDs right now. It's at full battery capacity because you can see the 4 LED lights right there. I was listening to and using the Bluetooth speaker until it got to like 1 LED, and then I started charging it. And when charging it to get it back to the full 4 LEDs, it took roughly, and I wasn't timing, but I would say like around almost 3 hours. So it has a very big battery on this, and the battery life is pretty good for a speaker of this size. Okay, let's talk about connectivity, Bluetooth, range, latency. If you guys have been watching some of my speaker comparisons with these outdoor speakers, I compared this with the Dazzling Boom, I think, outdoors. And the comparison with the X10, the Battle of the Two Kings, is coming soon for the outdoor test. I just haven't gotten around to making them yet because the weather hasn't been favorable to making it, at least for me here in Southern California. But the range on this speaker is pretty good. In my backyard, where our sofa lounges are in the backyard, and then going all the way across from the pool is pretty much almost 60 feet, probably 55 feet or so. And the connection was still pretty good. And I've tested this, like I could leave my phone in my room and take this speaker outside of the room with the phone still inside that room, and the connection would still be pretty strong, even in between certain walls around the house. So it has a pretty strong connection. It's Bluetooth 5, I believe, or 5.1. The only thing I don't like with the connection is that sometimes it forgets a device that it was paired with, so you have to repair it. And sometimes, but not all the time, but the last device that it's paired with, it will usually automatically pair to that device once you turn it back on. But sometimes it doesn't, and you still have to do a manual pairing to get it going, you know. And I've connected this to with multiple devices. I've connected it to my smartphone, my tablets, my laptop, my desktop, and my TV, and no issues connecting it to any of those sources whatsoever. Now for Bluetooth latency, as long as you're not watching like a full talking head video where they're kind of speaking fast, then you should be good. If all you watch is a talking head video, you might notice a little bit of latency. But like for me, watching videos with this, like Netflix or YouTube, and watching movies was fine. I barely noticed any latency at all. And when listening to music, well, you're just listening to music, so there's really no latency there, right? Unless you're, I don't know, the guy's doing karaoke or something like that. So all around connectivity on this is pretty good. Or actually not pretty good. It is good, probably even great. So that is that for connectivity, Bluetooth, and latency. So in this next part of the video, you guys are going to see some of the demos that I've made on this with like phone calls and connecting it to my MP3 player via the 3.5 millimeter connection and things like that. So let's watch that right now. We're going to test out the W King's phone call capabilities. So I'm going to make a phone call. And there you go. Ian.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How does it sound?
Kind of bad.
It sounds kind of bad. Hold on. I'm far away from the speaker. Is it bad? It's not that good?
Not that good.
Okay, well, you sound clear on the speaker, but I don't sound that clear, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the W King's speakerphone, and you heard it from my nephew. He said it doesn't sound that good. He sounded good, but apparently I didn't. We're gonna test out the W King's ability as a speaker using the 3.5 millimeter connector. I have this connector right here from one of my headphones. It's gold plated. It's a good connector. And I'm going to plug it in to the W King like so. And then we're going to take my Hi-B R3 Pro digital audio player and plug it into this. We're going to turn on the W King. And it's on. And let's play a song. Okay. It's on, but it's not playing with the via audio connector. As you can see on my audio player, the song is playing, but no sound is coming out of the speaker. Let's see if it's connected to my tablet. Nope, it's not connected to my tablet. Right now the tablet is connected to the Rave Party Cast and not to the W King. Maybe my smartphone? Yeah, it's connected to the smartphone, so I'm just gonna disconnect that. Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but it's starting to work now. Let's see. That was loud. Let me turn down the volume and play it again.
I see her rolling up over black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me. Turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me.
Play pause. So play pause works.
Addicted to her, need her touching me.
Let's see if we can skip forward to another copyright-free song.
Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like
so long press should skip the song forward, but it's not working. Long press usually means to skip forward, but it doesn't work. Only play pause. How about let's pick another song. And let's see if we can skip backward. Yeah. So with 3.5 millimeter connection, it'll play pause tracks. You can increase the volume, decrease the volume, but you can't control the skip forward and skip backward on the tracks, but you could do it with your audio player, so not really that big of a deal. Next thing up, next to the 3.5 millimeter audio connector is the SD card. So let's test that out. So here is my SD card. It's a 16 gigabyte, like speed 4, class 4, whatever SD card. I have done this before, and when I plug in the SD card, it should automatically play. And you have to format your SD card to FAT32 in order for it to work. You can't use any other file format like NTFS or whatever Apple's file format is, or Linux's file format. You have to use good old-fashioned Windows FAT32. So I can pause the music, as you can see right there. And actually on this one, it does work, the skip forward and backward. So watch, do long press, another long press. Another long press here.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong.
I can long press the minus button to go back.
And why you never.
Pause. Play.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me.
Go backward. So all those functions work: play, pause, skip forward, skip backward via the TF card. So now that I'm connected to the micro SD, or the micro SD card is plugged in, you can see the light here, the LED light where the power symbol is, it's green. So that means you got SD card playing, but you can't connect it to your smartphone. So let's say I want to connect it back to my S21 Ultra. Actually it does. Okay, never mind. Let's see if it'll play though. Yeah, see, it connects, but it won't play. It does not play. It won't play the music because it's connected, but it's still, see right there, it's still green on the cord. Let's try playing using a different platform. Let's say YouTube. I'm going to play one of my videos. And as you can see, my video is going, it's playing, but you can't hear the sound off of it. So I have to remove the SD card in order to
You can get this on Amazon for $139, and you get a $23 off coupon at checkout at the time of this.
And now the sound is coming off of the smartphone again via Bluetooth. As you guys can see right there, it's now in solid blue. So as long as you got the SD card plugged in, you can't play off of your Bluetooth device. It doesn't do simultaneous connections, not like my other Bluetooth speaker. So here is my older DOS speaker. I can't even remember the name of this. I had this a couple years ago, maybe longer than 2 years, maybe 3 or 4 years. Let's connect it. There it is, the DOS Soundbox XL. And it's connected, as you guys can see. And now I'm going to play my video. In this video, so if this is a good speaker and I recommend it, you can hit the links in the description. You'll help out this channel and it costs you nothing. So here it is, the Artisan P6 Party Box Bluetooth. So it is playing off of the DOS. Play another track. And I can plug the TF card in here. Even with my Transmark, it worked. It'll work like that. Okay. So there's the mode button right here on the DOS Soundbox XL. And now see, so even with the SD card in there, I can just switch modes. And now I can go back to the to my smartphone, as you can see right here. See? And so if I switch modes again with the long press,
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you not.
okay, so that's how the Soundbox XL works. You can use the different modes, and you don't need to remove the SD card in order to continue to play off of your smartphone or smart device, like right there. So that is that. Okay guys, I'm going to show you now how the W-King D9-1 charges your devices. So before we go any further, I did try this on my laptops, the two laptops that I have for video creation, and that's the Aero 15 OLED and the and my Alienware M15R7. And for both of those, the Alienware and the Aero 15 OLED, it couldn't charge them up. The Aero 15 OLED, I don't even think it does Type-C charging, even though it does have Type-C Thunderbolt port. And the Alienware M15R7, it requires too much power, plain and simple. But it can work for other devices, like say if you have a thin and light laptop, or like what I have here, my Yoga Tab 13. Okay, so right here we have the W-King USB-C to USB-A connector or cable. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug it into there, and then plug this end, the USB-C end, into the Yoga Tab 13. So that's plugged in right there. And then we're going to plug this into this end and see what happens. And there you go. And you see it says charging rapidly at 81%. So it can charge at least 10 watts or more, because the Yoga Tab 13 will only recognize fast charging as being over 10 watts. So anything over 10 watts per hour and you are fast charging. One more time, right here to here. Ready? And there you go. It says charging rapidly. Now on my smartphone, like on my Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Okay, here's my S21 Ultra, and let's see. There you go, charging 80%, 34 minutes until full. So the 21 Ultra, it doesn't say if it's doing fast charging or anything. That's why I preferred to demonstrate it on my Yoga Tab 13. So the charging does work. Other features that this has is that I think after 10 minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, if it's not playing any music, or it's not connected to your Bluetooth device, that like let's say it gets disconnected and it's not playing any music, it has an automatic shut off or power off after 10 to 15 minutes of inactivity or non-connection. It'll turn off to save battery, so that's good. Okay, so that is our look at this W-King D9-1, the updated or upgraded model of the original D9. All around, it's highly recommended by me. I can confidently recommend this and say that you guys will like the speaker based off of me listening and using this for more than 2 months, and how it sounds, how the build is. Looks is a different matter. Looks are subjective. So if you don't like this type of look, and then this might not be the speaker for you. If you want IPX7, where you can like take it to the pool and let it float and listen to the speaker, this ain't going to be the speaker for you, because it's only IPX6, not IPX7. But every other thing else, it's great. It has a good build quality, probably just as good if not better than some of the big name brands. I've already told you guys about the history of W King Technologies and how they've been around the business for over 18 years. You know, they've been around since 2004, and they sell all their speakers to all the, you know, your big supply chains like Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon, here in the United States at least, and probably in whatever the equivalents are around the world. W King is probably also an OEM, so they make speakers and headphones for other companies, and they got a good warranty. 48 months. Who does that? 48 months. That's 4 years. 12 months is 1 year. 48 months is 4 years. I don't know how you can get that 4 years, to be quite honest, but it's there. You just gotta go to their company's website and find out. And speaking of their website, and also in their box, if you guys watch the unboxing, they have telephone numbers and emails where you can email addresses where you can get a hold of the company should you have any issues with the W King D9-1 or any W King product. Yeah, so all around, it's a great, awesome value for under $100. I think the last time I checked, it was around $79. I'm not sure. You guys will see the price in the screen as I'm talking, but it's a great value all around. Under $100, you're getting a lot of value. Are there some things that I would have liked better? Yeah. For me, I wish it would have been IPX7 instead of IPX6. I wish it was Bluetooth 5.3 instead of 5.1. And the most important thing that it's missing that I wish it would have, like on Soundcore speakers or headphones, is an app. The app would have helped make this sound even way better in some of the sound tests that you guys have already seen. It would have made it a clear winner, or at least close to my favorite right now in sound in detail, and that's the Mifa Wild Box. That review will be coming soon. But if you had an app, you could customize the sound and tailor it to how you like your sound, the way you listen to your music, and the app would have been nice for that, to make a custom EQ for it. Or even if you don't know how to do EQs, like Soundcore, the thing I like about Soundcore is that, especially in the Soundcore like Liberty series of earbuds or headphones, if you don't know how to do custom EQs, Soundcore has like 23, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 23 preset sound modes on that app that you can choose and pick to see which one that you like. And then on top of that, you can do a bass boost. You can do you can use one of the preloaded EQs and then make your own EQ off of that. So yeah, an EQ W King, please, in the future, that would be great. And so yeah, that's it. But oh, one more thing, waterproof, or not necessarily waterproof, but any type of speaker that's made for outdoors should have this type of material on the grills. That ballistic like nylon material would be better, because this thing is metal, and like I said, over time, no matter how you treat metal, it might rust, like this speaker right here. But yeah, all around, it's a good speaker. Did I mention before? I did in the unboxing, but it's a pretty heavy speaker too for its size. So you know it's quality. They're going to use quality magnets. I'm just waiting for the day when, I don't know if it's going to be W King, maybe Focal. No, not Focal. Focal makes dynamic drivers. Maybe Hi-Fi Man or Odyssey will make a planar magnetic Bluetooth speaker. That would be awesome. If anyone knows that is watching this, if you have ever heard of a speaker like this, the drivers that are not dynamic, they're made out of planar magnetic, let me know in the comment section below, because that's something that I might want to take a look at. Probably going to be pricey, but at least I'll be interested in it. Anyways, that is it for this review on the W King D9-1. If you guys have found this video helpful and informative, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at The Workout Geek for all my latest happenings and great workout tips. Till next time, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. See you soon for another video.